freshmen, we don't have space for y'all. You just got here, you don't know where you're going. Stay your behind on campus. So and welcome back to the Angry Teacher channel. I'm Richard Williams, the Angry Teacher, and if it's your first time here, thanks for coming by. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for the next dope Angry Teacher videos so you know when it comes out. If you've been here before, you know I love y'all. Let's get into the video. Now, I sent out I did a survey about what kind of videos I should make during the summer to kind of help people out. And not that I don't have ideas, but most of my ideas are during the year applicable, if you will. But you know, so one of the ideas came out of this, and I thought I made a video about it, but I guess I didn't. So here's the video. This one's about 10 things that you need to know before you go off to college. Let's get into it. Number one, every college has its own rules about what to bring or what not to bring. So you need to know these before you go off to these schools, before you start their colleges. And it all relates to the space that they have, the type of living arrangement that you're going to be in. Is it a dorm or apartment style? They have all that, they have their rules for that. The space that you're going to have, the equipment that you can bring, the importance of some of the items. Now, I tell this story to my kids a lot, every year actually, because it's a true story. I bought back in the day when I was an undergrad, like freshman undergrad kind of thing, like way back in the day, right? So I bought this sexy new lamp, and I thought it was the biggest thing, the nicest thing ever, and let me do this and, you know, just have all the lighting for the little dorm that they were going to put me in. It was an apartment style. So I bought the thing, and I got there. I didn't check my list to see what was allowed or not. Got into that building, and the RA was like, "Buddy, you can't have that lamp because it's a fire hazard." I'm like, "It's a lamp. Everybody has a lamp." He's like, "No, not that particular type. For this particular building, you can't have it. You need to go get another one." Yeah, I was crestfallen. With that said, the good thing is that I was driving at the time, so I was able to go and get another one the same day from the local Walmart. But seriously, buddy, dude, come on. So know where you're going. Some places will not take you. You can't take your microwave. So don't let everybody, you know, those trunk parties, your favorite auntie or your uncle brings you this huge microwave or whatever, and you can't use it. Or a hot plate and you can't use it. Or the little refrigerators and you can't use it. So make sure you know what the rules are and what you can take or can't take. All right, that's number one. Number two, wardrobe worries. You don't need to bring everything. You really don't. You're not going to have a lot of closet space. You're not going to have a lot of space to hang your stuff. You might be folding a lot, and if you're not a folder like I am, sometimes you're going to run out of space. If you have all those thick things that you don't need because you're going to Arizona, it's going to hurt. It's going to take up a lot of space that you don't necessarily have. So make sure you know what space you have and what you need to bring. It cannot be too much stuff. Ironically, if you're going to those colder places, if you're not from a cold place, like, you know, if you're living here in Miami and you have to go to some place that the seasons change and it gets colder and you're not that kind of guy, you probably need to get at least 1 or 2 jackets. Okay, you're gonna need the boots, you're gonna need all this extra stuff. Now you can probably buy it there, but know that it's going to be stuff you're storing there now. So you're gonna need the space to store it there because you're going to have other roommates. You're gonna have to, as the semester, the year progresses, you're going to be accumulating things that you need to store, and you don't want to use all of it with the stuff that you take from Miami or take from wherever you're coming from to that new location. So be aware of what you're taking. Do you need 4 of the same types of dress? Maybe you can wait until you come back for the summer, then you change it out and you bring another one, or you figure out how you need to do your space. Wait till you go there first and see how much space you have, then you can kind of work from there. Number 3, this is something that you need to know, and I tell my kids this every year. You'll have roommates that you may or may not like. It's not a bad thing. If you don't get along with them the first semester or the first year, however long you have them, then it's a learning situation for both of you. With that said, not that I'm telling you to put up with anything because you're so grateful to be in college and you're so grateful to have a roommate that sticks with you throughout. Don't put up with things that you don't need to put up with. You know, if they're dirty, you have to address it and move on. but you might not get along with that person. It's just what it is. That's just life. And you may have the best friend for the rest of your time in college, and that's also a very good thing. So don't have too many expectations and then be disappointed if it doesn't work out, but know that you may not get along with that person. It's okay anyway. Don't go out of your way to not get along with them, but just expect that, hey, that's life. You're a person, I'm a person, we're gonna get along or not. We're gonna move on and both get our degrees and do what we need to do. Number 4, your first semester may be a problem or it may not be a problem. Some people knock it out like rock stars because that's just how they are. And that's just the school they're in. That's just the kind of classes they were given. That's just how it worked out for them. Some people, it may not. You might get there and you might struggle. You might realize that college is really hard for me. Why am I not getting it together? It was a breeze in high school, or I said I could do this, or I knew I could do this. Why am I not doing it? That doesn't mean you're a failure. That doesn't mean that college is not for you. It just means that this semester you probably need to buckle down a little bit more or change up some stuff in your lives so you can fix and navigate this semester. Now, once again, it may not be hard for everybody, but it may not be easy for everybody. Everybody's journey is different, so don't go around telling people, oh, Miss Williams, you said college was going to be hard. Nope, I said college was going to be challenging for some people because it's a different environment. You don't have your parents, you don't have your teachers who are trying to, make sure, Johnny, turn in your work, Johnny. They're not going to be there for you. You're going to do this on your own. And some people are just harder to get that message that they're doing it on their own. Number 5, food. Your food options are going to be different, obviously, or, well, not necessarily obviously, but, it will be different. The food, the availability will be different. Sometimes places close early on campus. You have to know about the off campus. If you're going to a school that there's nothing else around the campus or close enough, you're going to have to deal with what's on campus. And if the caf closes at 9, if you're up after 9 and you're hungry, what do? Are you allowed to keep food in your dorm? And sometimes you're not. We talked about that earlier. So you need to know what the food options are. If you're vegan, if you're pescatarian, if you're you have dietary restrictions for whatever reason, know where you can get the food that you can handle, you can eat. If you're going off campus, you need to know about the location, the distance, the safety. All these things are very important. You have to figure out before you get there. You don't want to get there and realize, oh my God, I don't have my meds. I don't know how to get stuff. I can't get off campus. I can't get on this. And this place closes at 12. Nobody. The only thing they serve that's vegan is this plastic tasting thing that, they have so many other options that they're not giving me. They're not afforded to me because they're not used to that kind of a student. So these are things to think about before. Number 6, car optional. I said this to my kids before. If you are going off the campus to school, if you are going off to college, some schools do not allow freshmen to drive or to own a car. Some it's because of the space. If the seniors and the juniors are driving and the faculty and the staff and everybody else and the visitors, everyone's driving, freshmen, we don't have space for y'all. You just got here, you don't know where you're going, stay here behind on campus. So they don't allow you to drive. Some it's because of the safety issue. If you're the only school in the middle of nowhereville and they have all these freshmen who don't know where they're going driving and they're causing accidents or they're getting in trouble, they're shutting off in the middle of nowhere and they get hurt or missing and all this stuff, so it becomes a liability for the college. So you know what, nobody's driving. Some schools do that. Some allow you to drive. So these are things you need to know about before you drive little hoopty up to college and bang, you can't keep her. Mom has to drive little hoopty back down to wherever you're coming from. We'll make it, I don't know. When you're on campus, you have to pay for your parking as well if you do have a car. So that's something else you have to incorporate in your finances. You have to maintain the car when it's there. Now, I don't remember if my college had one at the time, but we were in the middle and nestled in an urban area, so I could go find a mechanic. However, if your car is acting up and you're in the middle of nowheresville and you need maintenance, where are you gonna go? These are things to think about before you drive your hoopty up there, because you were the man down in the city, and you got a scholarship to Nowheresville, and now nobody knows who you are, and your car is becoming a hoopty, and you don't know how to fix it. Number 7, know your services before you get there, or know your services when you get there. Know how to find these services and use them. For example, writing labs, math labs, science labs. No, I said math. Stop it. Library. You know the functions of the different floors and where it is and how to get there from your dorm. The gym. Your health. The whatever you need for your extracurricular activities, you know where to get them. You know where to if you, now this is a new thing, if you come down with symptoms of COVID, you know where to go find, you go take your COVID test, or all these different things. Counseling, that's new. No, it's not new, but it's important. A lot of us don't pay attention to it because, you know, we're just depressed because we got a bad grade, but maybe you're depressed in real life. So, you know, find your counselors on campus, your advisors will help you. Tutoring services, these are all things that you need to know the services. Once again, especially if it's a high school like mine where we baby kids, we kind of help you out here and we send you here and we do things for you. When you get on campus, you're going to have to know this for yourself, or at least know how to find these things. So make sure that's one of the things that you look for when you get on campus. And you might not even need it the first semester. You might think you're all of that. You might be good enough. You might be cool until something happens. Somebody dies at home, or your pet escaped at home, or something happened on campus and your roommate is talking about you and now things, or coach said something to you and it's not resting right with you, and you might need somebody to talk to. So find a counselor, the counseling services they have, and just this is usually for seniors, but figure out where your professional services are so you can start doing your interviewing skills, your dressing skills, all these things that will help you to become that professional that you're going to college for. That's going to help you. All right. Number 8, there are tons to do. So don't sit in your room. And I had to scream at about 3 of my kids who, they were quiet kids in high school and they went to college and they're still quiet kids. Seriously, you're missing the point. Go ahead and participate in some stuff. Look for flyers. When you hear there's a get together going on, see if you can jump in and get on that party train. Listen to people, kind of see if it makes sense for you, if it works for you. Join one of the go to the chapel, you know, do things outside of the realm of just education, because that's the point, to see who you are. Experiment with different things. Don't go overboard, don't hurt yourself, don't hurt anybody else, but just see if you've never gone to church before, but now there's a chapel on campus, you hear the bell every now and then, or you see everybody going every Sunday, your roommate goes, let me try to go with her once. Or you've never gone to church, you've gone to church before and now you want to see, it's a Sunday morning, I'm not getting up, I don't have to get up. You know, just figure out who you are, what you want to do, where you want to go, and see if that's you. If not, you can revert to who you are, but at least experiment first. Find out if you are this kind of person. Don't sit in your dorm thinking it's all about your education, you know, only. There are other things to your education. You need to be a well-rounded person, if you will. All right? So go find some stuff to do. Number 9, plan out your career activity, your career early enough. And if you don't like it, you can change it, right? So see your advisor. Normally you're given an advisor as a freshman in the beginning of your college experience, and so you'll probably have that person throughout the time that you're there, at least for the first year, I believe, or at least for the first semester, and then you kind of figure out if you can do this on your own. You do your advising. With that said, pay attention to your career. Go online every now and then. Has the pay scale changed? Has the demand for my profession changed? These are little things you kind of pay attention to so you can figure out, do I still want to do it or not? Kind of listen to people. Talk to the freshmen, talk to the seniors who are graduating, or the juniors who are in the program. Does the program work for you? Is this what it's supposed to be? Go to the different guest speakers that they have and see if those work for you. Because you might want to change your major. It's not a bad thing as long as you do it early enough, in my opinion. You don't want to wait until your junior year or your senior year to change your major, because at that point you'll have to take a lot of courses that probably don't apply to your major. So it's going to cost you more, you're going to be there longer. So try to figure it out as soon as you get there, and kind of keep up with the trends of your profession. Kind of see if you need it. Join professional groups. You know, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, there are all these different things that you can join to see how the profession is working out for other people, and if you still want to do it. Some of you, your parents are forcing you to do it. Kind of see if, Mom, you still want me to do nursing? Can we kind of change it? And, you know, kind of see where their head's at. And then they might be like, baby, you've been gone for a whole year. Girl, do whatever you want to do. It's just up to whatever you deem important for you as your career, as you go into your college experience and you realize, hey, I want to do fashion design. I don't want to do politics anymore. That's a dig at one of my girls who just told me that she wants to change. You know who you are. I won't call your name. I probably should, but I won't. In any case, let's move on. Number 10. You can have good grades and fun at the same time. You don't just have to be an academic. You can be a well-rounded student. You can be more than just an athlete. You can be a well-rounded athlete and a well-rounded student. Who would have thunk it, right? Study, you need some, and I've talked about this in almost all my videos, you need good time management. For the love of God, make a schedule so that you can know, okay, I'm studying, I'm in class, but then I have like 2 hours off. I can go join a group. I can go hang out with my friends. I can call mom back home. I can do this, I can do that. Then I can hit the books again, or I can go back to practice. These are things that you need to be a well-rounded person. That's why college is important. It's trying to make you a well-rounded citizen. That you can do all these things and still survive, and still have fun, and still be a good citizen to society. So you don't have to be just athletic and not worry about your academics and not worry about making friends. You don't have to be just an academic and not worry about your friends and not worry about your physical health or emotional health. It's all a part of who we want you to be. Those are the 10 things I need you to know before you go off to college. Kind of contemplate and think about these things as you mature and as you leave your mom's house. That's all the time I have for you right now, guys. Go out there and be great. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down below and we'll have a conversation later.